more research you do as I'm kicking through it, and I kind of knew these things, the more as I do, the more I like each guy. And again, I think the free agent class isn't all that great, but these four
are animals.
These are big time. What do you think?
You're right. And you said it before. If you're going to pay a guy at a premium position like shortstop, it's incredible. I learned a ton too. Even going to Bogarts at 133 OPS plus. I mean, it is incredible. But
every year.
The guy that I love though is Trea Turner. I feel like what you said: speed, defense, now power.
Yeah.
You know, now you're going to another level. And I think the rules next year with the bases and the shifts going away, you know, bases getting bigger, shift going away, his speed's going to play even more. And and you watch him in the postseason, what he did, he was the one guy that really got the party started out there in L.A. This guy, for me, speed, defense, and power. Turner, for me, is the guy that is a little bit better than all these guys.
I like that. So, right, we're talking to all of them, but you're taking Trea Turner out to dinner.
Yes.
Sitting around, maybe we go fishing, maybe we do...
Well, I'm wine and dining. I'm doing everything I can.
I get it. Good.
Sauna, whatever.
You made a call. I get it. All right. What would you do?
I love Trea Turner, too, but I look at the speed is a big part of his game, and that's one of the things after age 30, age 32, 33, we start to see the speed decline. So I'm wondering if that becomes an issue later on down the road. For that reason, I like the consistency of Xander Bogaerts as well, but I'm interested to see the defense, does that take him over to third? The guy that I love the most, and probably the bang for your buck, is Dansby Swanson.
Right.
And I look at, you mentioned the defense, you mentioned the base running. The thing I love about him, too, is he's improved as a power hitter, and we've seen him start to use more of the whole field. When he first came into the league, it was him on the pull side a lot, and not being able to go center field, right field with the homers. Now we've started to see that power take place a little bit more, and I think also when you think about the age factor, and him being 28, he'll play in his age 29 season, he's a guy that you can look to age pretty well. Maybe I look at like a 7-year deal around 160 mil. But also, if you're looking to maybe take a risk a little bit and see if his power numbers continue to go up, that might be a guy I look at going after.
If all he does is what he did this year, we're good to go, right? I try to put it in the right way. He might be at a slightly different price point.
Right.
But Dansby Swanson in the game, again, watching game, they love him in Atlanta. Yeah. Does he really join this group? Like, do you think or is there kind of an elite, and then there's, hey, Dan, you have 160, maybe the other guys are 300. Yeah. It's a very different price point.
I think he's trending in the right direction, but I don't think he's at the price point of like what a Trea Turner's going to get.
Right.
I mean, Trea Turner could get, you know, they're looking at the comps at Fangraphs, 9 years, maybe 288. I like what X said. For your bang for your buck, Swanson's probably your guy, but I do think if you look at the numbers, especially this season, this guy's no doubt trending upwards, and you like that right center power is coming.
Let me bring it, because, Bogaerts, A+ all the way. If his defense is good, wow, we're good to go. But the one guy like we just haven't mentioned, because I guess we take it for granted, Carlos Correa had a really good year. And to his point, he brings up luxury items. He's a Bentley. He's a Rolls Royce still. I would shoot the locks off the wallet to get Carlos Correa at that age. Has this year changed your mind any? Where are you?
Well, when I looked at Correa, I thought, okay, he's a real deal. Goes to Minnesota, still has a great year. Hurt a little bit, but I know when I see Correa, man, and you think about the postseason too, what he's done those past years. This guy's still elite defensively, elite with the bat, elite with his power. You're right. Turner and Correa might be the guys that warrant the most money.
All right, so we're all positive. We're all excited. We're taking them all to dinner.
How can you not be? With those
your wife
spending somebody else's money.
And you have kids. You know, but think of it as your money. And I'm saying for a shortstop, 29, 30, I'm willing to do it. Here's something a little sobering, okay? Look at last year's blockbuster class. And I'm not saying one way or another, but I'm saying even if you go to the far right, now there's Corey Seager, another like blue chip blockbuster shortstop on the free agent market. He got $325 million. OPS Plus was 119. That's good. It's not sensational. WAR is a pretty good year. Marcus Semien, somehow, his numbers were disappointing, but he doesn't miss an inning, so he had a 6-win season. Trevor Story, that's a little disappointing. Javi Baez, very disappointing. So, it's sobering case when you look at those four, and they were the blockbuster free agents of last year.
Yeah.
And was one of them worth it? Yeah, Corey Seager was worth it, and it's not like it's a slam dunk, because that's year 1 of 10. You want year 1 of 10 to be great.
Right. Well, there's no doubt about it, but you said it before. You're going to have to pay for a premium position of shortstop. I look at the class this year and I say, I think, the upside of these guys, of Trea Turner, of Correa, of Swanson, of Bogarts, I think it's a little bit better than last year's class. But that's a lot of money. You're paying a lot of money for what, the production you got out of those guys.
Yeah.
But I think these guys are going to warrant that kind of money and put up big numbers.
I don't think it's necessarily better than last year's class, but what I do look at that will drive up this year's class's numbers is the need for the shortstop position. I look at the Braves, the Red Sox, the Cubs, the Angels needing, the Phillies maybe moving Stott over to second base. I think more teams need the shortstop this year than last year.